sweet friends. I want to do a fairly quick practice today. We will stay pretty low to the ground. We will probably get up once or twice, but most of it will be seated or on hands and knees, some lunges and such. But let's all meet together on our backs on our mat. And take your feet as wide as your mat. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can throw a blanket on the floor. You can just lay on the floor, it doesn't matter. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Let your knees fall in and come together. See if you can lengthen through your spine, right? Reaching the crown of your head to the back of the room, whatever's behind you. Bring your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your belly. Press into your elbows in the back of your head. Pull your shoulder blades together and down a little bit. You might want to tuck your tailbone or reach it towards the end of your mat. Once you get there, spine lengthened, we're going to breathe. I want you to connect to your breath here. You can close your eyes if you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable, a nice soft gaze. And find your breath. Just begin to notice it. How does it feel in the nose, down the throat? Is it cool in the nostrils when you breathe in? Warm when you breathe out? And if focusing on that isn't working for you, you can focus on the rise and fall of your chest and belly. And just connecting with your breath here. Focus on your breath and breathe several deep, long, slow breaths. See if you can relax in the face, around your eyebrows. Maybe relax your jaw a little bit. See if you can bring some relaxation. Let your shoulders fall to the mat. Breathing deep. And sometimes this may be your yoga right here, and that is just fine. That's perfect, actually. Some days we may not have it in us. We may be tired. Maybe just laying on our backs, breathing deep. Is our yoga for the day. Whenever you're ready, if you are craving movement, go ahead and just rock your head side to side. See if you can coordinate the breath and the movement. Exhale to the side, inhale to center, exhale to the other side. And continue that with your breath pace. If you want it to be really slow, just opening up through the neck, the traps a little bit. Don't lose the conversation with your breath as you do this. Keep that conversation going throughout the practice. And I'll give you little reminders throughout to come back to your breath if we need to. When you're ready, bring your head back to center. Walk your feet in about hip width apart. No like exact science here, just about hip width apart. And when you're ready, reach your arms all the way up overhead. Take a big stretch. If you want to slide your legs out, full body stretch, please do. Maybe roll your wrists and ankles. Keep breathing. And then on an exhale, bring your knees to your chest and reach around. Give yourself a big hug. Grab a hold of your knees. Maybe find a rock side to side. Massaging your back, your lower back. Just breathing here. See if you can find a little playfulness here. It's not very often as adults we get on the floor and roll around, so take this time to do that. If you feel silly, it's okay. So do I. And then if you want, and you want a little more stretch in the hips, you can take your knees wide. You can point and flex your feet, roll your ankles here. You can take your knees toward your armpits, or your shoulders, I guess would probably be a nicer way to say it. And just squeeze your knees in towards your shoulders. Nice and easy. And again, find that rock if it feels good. Bring your knees back into center. And then when you're ready, open your arms out like a T. You can have them palms up, you can have palms down. You want them about shoulder, wrist in line with your shoulders. If it's not perfect, that's okay. From here, big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let your knees just fall heavy to the right. Keep your left shoulder pushing towards the mat. If it doesn't make it all the way to the mat, no problem, that's okay. Breathe here. Nice twist, getting into our spine. Inhale back to center. Exhale. A big inhale. And exhale over to the left. See if you can keep your right shoulder towards the mat. If it doesn't reach the mat, again, no biggie. Breathe here. Feel the exhale. Fill your torso with air. I'm sorry, your inhale, fill your torso with air. Your exhale, letting your body sink a little deeper into your twist. Inhale back to center. Plant your feet on the ground. And then from here, keep your left foot planted, take your right foot up high. Interlace your fingertips behind your right hamstring, and then point and flex your foot here. Just beginning a nice gentle stretch through the hamstring. You can hold here with the toes flexed, you can hold here with the toes pointed, or you can relax your foot, it doesn't matter. Just starting to get into our hamstring, lower back, our glutes. One more full deep breath here. And on the exhale, release. And switch. Simple, easy. Left foot comes out of the sky. And again, point and flex if you want. And then find where it is that you want to pause and hold, whether it be flexed, pointed, whatever. Breathe here, my sweet friends. And again, keep breathing deep. Exhale, release. From here, go ahead and squeeze your knees back into your chest. And we have a couple options here. You can roll onto your side in a fetal position and slowly push yourself up. Or you can find a nice rock and roll, massaging up and down the length of the spine and coming up to a nice gentle Sukhasana is what we call this, cross-legged position, or as some people may know it as crisscross applesauce. So, and again here, we're going to find that length on your spine. You don't want to be muscling into the spine. See if you can find a lengthening of the spine, crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Pull your shoulder blades down and together on your back a little bit. We're not going to muscle them down, just a touch. And then if you're comfortable, hands can stay on your knees, or you can bring your hands to prayer position at your heart, or also known as Anjali Mudra. And again here, reconnect with your breath if you've lost that connection. Shoulders are dropping away from our ears. You want to Crunch our shoulders up. See if you can find a nice relaxation or tag a little weight in your elbows and see if those shoulders can come down a little bit. And then as you're ready, just simply drop your chin to your chest. You should feel a nice big stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe. If you have your hands at prayer position at your heart, you might put your thumbs on your sternum and feel the inhale rise up through your sternum, lifting your hands. And then when you're ready, you can release your hands, palms up, palms down on your knees, whatever feels best. And we're going to just draw slow circles with the neck. Nice and gentle circles. Breathing through it. Don't lose your breath connection. The breath is what is going to fuel you through your movements, okay? Whenever you're ready, change your direction. See if you can find an ease. If you're like me, you kind of tend to power through and doing my neck circle. See if you can find a sense of ease here. We're going to try and find a sense of calm amidst chaos right now in our lives. And when you're ready, back to center. Bring your hands back to prayer position at your heart. See if you can press your hands together, activating some warmth here. Elbows come out, shoulder blades pushing together and down on our backs. And then when you're ready, point your fingertips down. You should feel a nice little forearm stretch here. Breathe. Fingertips come back up on an inhale. Exhale, release. From here, go ahead and plant your left palm by your left hip. Take your right palm up and over. Side body stretch. Breathing deep here. Try and keep your ear and your bicep. Try not to let your head drop. Keep a healthy neck, healthy spine, lengthening through the spine. Imagine the spine one big long piece, staying in alignment. Breathing deep. Find a little movement here. You don't have to hold into this perfect yoga shape. Find some movement if it feels good. You might roll your chest towards your mat and back up. Exhale, release right hand down. Bring your left hand up on an inhale. Side body stretch. Breathe. Breathing into it. Finding that movement if you need it, or maybe finding a place of stillness. Whatever feels best. Exhale, release. We're going to bring our hands on an inhale all the way up. Maybe look up a little bit, find a smile. Exhale, pull your elbows down and back. Lift your chin, and then bring your fingertips slightly behind you. Opening up through the chest. We don't want to lean back. We want to keep that head over heart over pelvis. Lengthening through the spine, opening up. In the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to come to Siddhasana. So you're going to bring your left heel in, bring your right heel directly in front. And release. Bring your hands to prayer position at your heart, and release your fingertips. Press your fingertips forward. Hold here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, pull your elbows down and back again. Continue that. Walking your fingers out, maybe coming into a fold. And for some people, this may be it. You should feel a big stretch in your hip, outer hip. So it may be right here. It might be down on your forearms. Or some people may be going down towards, their head dropping down towards the mat. Mine doesn't come to the mat, that's okay. Maybe find a little sway here. Breathing. And then when you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest, inhale. We're gonna roll it up slowly. Switch. Right heel in, left heel in front. And again, prayer position or Anjali Mudra at the heart. And release your fingertips and help press your fingertips forward. Really reaching through the palms. And then when you're ready, inhale all the way up. You can lift your chin slightly. Exhale, pull your elbows down and back. And then walk your fingertips forward. Find wherever it is that you want to be right now. Find that sway. Breathing through it, breathing deep. Keep your sits bones pressing into the ground, the mat, whatever it may be. And then when you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest, roll it up. And then from here, we're just simply going to take our knees a little bit wider, bring the soles of your feet together. Keeping, and you can have your heels as close or as far from your pelvis as feels comfortable for you. So knees are going to fall towards the mat. You don't have to muscle them down unless you're just needing a little more stretch here. But you can just let them fall naturally and release around your toes, your ankles, keeping that length in your spine. Breathe. If you want to add a little extra, you can take your thumbs to your arches, give yourself a massage. And repeat. And then when you're ready, we'll interlace around our toes or our ankles again. Big inhale, puff up through the chest. Exhale, take your chest forward and then let your chin drop, and then your crown of your head drops towards the mat, towards our toes. Take some deep breaths. And when you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest, roll it up slowly. From here, we're going to take our legs wide. We don't need to be like, yeah, splits, but that's okay. Just a little bit, just where you're comfortable, and you can continue to sit up tall. If you need to take a folded blanket and put it under your hips, that helps. So whatever it is that you need. So just find your wide legs, activate your toes, and then when you're ready, we're going to walk our fingertips forward. Should be a big stretch here. So you can always come towards the ground if you're there, or you can just be here. Make sure your shoulders are pulling away from your ears. And again, here you can find maybe a little sway side to side if it feels comfortable. Pulling your shoulders away from your ears. Try not to let everything crunch up. I have that tendency, so I have to remind myself. See if you can keep your spine straight, unless you're wanting something a little more restorative, and then just let yourself round over. And if this is where you are today, then that's where you are today. That's perfect. This is what your body needs. Breathing here. If you have a block or a stack of blankets or a meditation cushion, a pillow, and you want to bring your head to it, you certainly can. You can massage your forehead on that block if you want. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll it up. And again, we're going to bring our left heel in. Okay. Take your right hand to your left hip. Keeping length in the spine, right leg is still out long, toes are active towards our ear. And then when you're ready, we're going to find another side body stretch. So take your left hand up and over. We don't need to reach for our toes and come in about like yogi stretch, which is amazing and it feels good. If you're there, great, go for it. If you're not, be right here with me. This is perfect. So we're kind of finding an opposing action. We're lifting through the upper body, rounding through the lower body, pressing the hamstring, the back of that right leg into the ground, pressing the left leg into the ground as well. And if you don't like this bind, you can start, just bring your hand here. Exhale, release. Take your left foot out. Bring your right heel in. Same thing. Find where you're going to be here. So activating your toes. Keep your toes on the bent foot, on the bent leg active as well. Left hand comes to right hip, up and over. And again, if you want to reach for the toes and open up through the chest, you can. I'm not warmed up enough for it, but if that's where you are, excellent. Breathe where you are. Pull back in your thumb. Breathe. Exhale, release. And then from here, what we are going to do, we're going to make our way to tabletop. So if you're familiar with tabletop, I'll meet you there. If you are not, you're going to come to your hands and knees on your mat, your floor, your blanket, wherever you are, your bed, whatever it is. So you want to stack your knees under your hips, okay? You want ankles behind knees. You want wrists under your shoulders. And if your shoulders are a little tight, you can take your hands a little bit wider, about as wide as your mat if that feels good. And then from here, press the earth away. You kind of want to really press the earth away from your body, okay? And we're going to come into what is called cat-cow. So for that, when you inhale, lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. Drop your belly, crown of the head lifts. Pull your shoulders back. Your heart space is pressing forwards between your upper arm bones. Exhale, round through from the tailbone. Starting to drop the crown of our head, continuing to push the earth away from us. Press through, arching your back. Really, really, really press the earth away from you. Inhale. Dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding through, arching through the shoulders, upper back. And continue doing this on your own with your breath. Moving nice and slow. Do not lose connection with your breath. Move with your breath. And then if you want, you can even find a little freestyle here. My cat-cow never looks the same every day. You can bump your hips to the side, look over your shoulder to get some more spine work in. Another good thing, you can slide one leg out, cross it over to the opposite side of your mat, pressing the earth away, look over your shoulder at your toes. Nice side body stretch there, if it feels good. If not, just keep doing cat-cow. Move with your breath. Find some freestyle, get a little crazy. And then when you're ready, come back to your tabletop position, neutral spine, continuing to press the earth away. We're going to press into the tops of our feet, and you're going to press your knees away from your mat. Pulling, finding some spinal balance here. Breathe. Exhale, release. Woo. And then when you're ready, you can bring your big toes to touch. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Sink your hips back. And then as you're ready, walk your fingertips out, and we're going to come into an extended child's pose. So drop your forehead to the mat. Breathe here. If you want, you can find a rock side to side in the hips. You can rock your head side to side, massaging your forehead. Take some deep breaths here. Feel the skin of your back body stretching, your ribs expanding. Exhale, everything comes back in. And then when you're ready, one more big inhale. On an exhale, walk your fingertips over to the left. Side body stretch. Breathing deep. On your next exhale, walk your fingertips all the way to the right. Exhale back to center. And then when you're ready, we will come back up. Walk your knees back under your hip points. And then as you're ready, curl your toes under. And then slowly lift your tailbone. We're going to lift up into downward facing dog. So press your heart space back towards your upper thighs. And then pedal your feet back and forth. You can spread your hands wide on your mat. Elbow creases are shining forwards towards the front of our mat. Pedal it out. Find what feels good here. Breathing deep. And then when you're ready, walk your hands and feet towards the middle of your mat. And find what we call shockingly forward fold. So let your body just hang here. You can clasp opposite elbows. You can walk your hands side to side. You can interlace and clasp opposite elbows behind your legs. And keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Knees bent, tailbone lifting towards the sky. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale. Slide your hands to the tops of your thighs. Lift halfway. Lengthen through the spine. Exhale, lower. Slow movement. When you're ready, inhale, roll it all the way up. Nice and slow. So from here, we are going to find our mountain pose, also known as Tadasana. So your feet can be planted hip width apart. If that's not comfortable, you can take them a little bit wider. Find where your feet feel comfortable. You can bring them together, whatever feels best. And then you want to find an activation in the front of your body, maybe activating your thighs a little bit, grounding down in the back of the body. So our shoulder blades are pulling down. Our kneecaps are slightly lifted by activating our quads. Lift your chin, palms face forward. Breathe here. So if I came, somebody walked by and gave you a little nudge, you are not moving. This is your mountain pose. This is your strong strength right here, connecting to the earth. And then if you want, you can walk your feet together, keep them wherever they are. Really activate, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, take your arms up. If you want to come up on your tiptoes, you can. Breathing. Exhale, pull your elbows down and back. Release your heels back to the ground if you're on your tiptoes. And then from here, we're going to come into another side body stretch. So take your right foot, bend that knee, cross it over your left. Press into both big toe mounds. And then when you're ready, inhale, arms back up. Take your left hand to your right wrist. Side body stretch again. Try not to lean too back or let your pelvis rock in or out too much. Try and keep that nice long line. Breathing deep. Exhale, release. Uncross slowly. If you get wobbly, no big deal. Cross your left foot over. Pressing into both big toe mounds. Arms come up. Right hand grabs the left wrist. Exhale, side body stretch. Inhale back up. Exhale, pull everything down, uncross your ankles. And then from here, take your feet as wide as your mat. I'm gonna take my socks off for this part. It's really cold in my room, so I'm gonna take my socks off for this part for a little bit of grip. So whenever you're ready, take your feet wide as your mat. A little bit, wherever it feels comfortable, okay? Turn your toes forward, maybe slightly in. Press into the outer edges of your feet and see if you can draw a little bit of energy up from the arches of your feet. Feel like you're pulling the mat together, okay? Again, head over heart, heart over pelvis. Put your hands on your hips, haha, superhero pose. Pull your shoulders back. Breathe here. You can either stand here enjoying this, pressing into the outer edges of the feet, or if you want to take it into a forward fold, you're going to take your chest forward, your hips back. If you want to take your arms out for a little more work, you can. See if you can pause halfway here. Lengthening through the spine, hands can be on hips. And then when you're ready, take your hands slowly to the ground. This may be your wide-legged forward fold today. That's perfectly fine. If you want and you're able, you can take it down even further. And just, you can keep your hands on the ground. You can find some activity in this pose, walking your hands side to side, or you can just let your body hang. Wherever you are, breathe. Breathe deep. Breathe into your belly. When you're ready, inhale, bring your hands back to the ground, starting to lift ourselves back up. And you can bring your hands back to your waistline. You can take them straight out. And lift yourself back up. From here, just heel toe, back to standing. And then from here, we're going to bring your feet, and it can be hip width apart if you want. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And then we're going to lift our heels off the ground, bend our knees, and you can slowly lower yourself down into a toe stand. If you're in a toe stand, you don't want to sink or drop here. Obviously, that way you may fall. You want to keep integrity. If this is not for you, that is perfectly fine. So from there, you're going to come up into your standing pose. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, folding over. Plant your hands on the ground, lift your heels, bend your knees, and come into a little froggy squat. Stretching through the feet. Breathing. Or you can be in your toe stand. Feel that in your thighs. Or here, you can also feel in your thighs. You get a nice little foot stretch. And then when you're ready, bring your fingertips behind you. Bring yourself into a nice comfortable seat. From here, take your right foot out long, straight out in front of you. And bring your left sole of your foot to your right inner thigh. Pull back in that right hip crease. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding over. So you might be here. Breathe. Or if you can take it deeper. Meet yourself where you are today. It is okay. Breathing deep. When you're ready, tuck your chin into your chest on an exhale. Inhale, roll it up. Perfect. Lift that left knee up. And you can either leave the left foot on the ground on the mat right here, or you can cross it over your right leg for a deeper twist. It's up to you. Try both and see how it feels. So I'm going to cross over. So when you're ready, I take my right arm up. Exhale, twist. You can bring that elbow around. For me, I just grab my knee and twist open. Try not to lean back. Try to keep head over heart over pelvis, and keep the toes on your right foot active. Inhale, lifts you, fills you with air. Exhale, takes you slightly deeper into your twist. Just a natural deepening of your twist. One more big inhale. Exhale, release. Take your foot and then cross that left leg over your right leg. If you don't stack your knees, no big deal. You can be here if you want. Just cross your ankle over, whichever one feels good. And then from here, we'll just take a nice little forward fold on an exhale. And then inhale, rolling it right up. We're gonna switch. Left foot comes out, right foot, sole of right foot comes to left inner thigh. Pull back in that hip crease, inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding over. So you're here, here. You can bring your nose to your knee if you want. It's not a competition, just meet yourself where you are today. It's taken me many, many years to get here. When I started, I was here, and that's okay. Breathe into it. Just enjoy where you are today. Meet yourself where you are and know that it's okay. They call it a yoga practice, right? Not yoga perfection. Breathe. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, roll it up. Same thing. Right knee comes up and you're either here, arm up, twisting. You can cross your right foot over, pressing into that big toe mound. Inhale, left hand comes up towards the sky. Exhale, reach around. You can find a deep twist and work this way. Breathing deep, letting the twist unfold naturally with your breath. Exhale, release. And then you're going to cross that leg over here or here and take a forward fold. One big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, roll it up. Perfect. We will meet again in Baddha Konasana or cobbler's pose. Letting your knees, this time maybe press your legs towards the mat a little bit. Excellent. Couple deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, let me turn on my mat. We are going to roll all the way back to our backs. So get however you want to get down to your back is fine. You can take your legs out and like really activate your core rolling down, or you can just slowly bring yourself to your back. No shame in this game. Sometimes I'm sore and I move slow. Once you get there, feet flat on the mat, knees lifted, and again, we're keeping the length in the spine, so crown of the head reaching towards the wall or whatever is behind you. And then when you're ready, take your right foot up again. Ha, ha, ha. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Now, you can stay right here. Breathe, activate your toes on your right foot. If you need a little deeper stretch in that right hip, outer right hip, lift your left leg, pull that knee towards your chest. Keep both feet active, and you can breathe here. If you want more, lift your left foot to get that hamstring stretch. If you want more than that, press your hamstring into your palms for some stability. Or you're here. One of my favorites. Maybe find a little gentle rock side to side. And then when you're ready, unravel and release, feet back to the mat. And then, you guessed it, left foot high. Cross that left ankle over your right thigh. And you can stay right here, enjoying this nice relaxing pose. Or, you know the drill. Lift your right knee towards your heart space. Breathing here. Finding a nice gentle rock if it feels good. Lifting that right leg if it feels good. Pressing that hamstring into your hands for stability. Or just enjoying this nice passive stretch. And then when you're ready, release and unravel. Plant your feet back on the mat. Bring your hands down to your side. Walk your heels towards your glutes. Hands can be on the mat. You can grab the edges of your mat, whatever you choose. And we're going to come into a simple bridge. Real nice, real gentle. We don't have to like crank up and try and lift our chest to our chin. This is nice, gentle, meet yourself where you are yoga. So as you're ready, and you don't want your legs to splay out or come in too much. So if you have a block or a book, you can put it between your thighs and hold it there. Otherwise, bring your hands to the mat, and when you're ready, we're going to inhale. Slowly curl up from the tailbone, lifting our hips and pelvis off the ground. Shins are coming forward. Chest lift towards the chin. Keep a slight lift in your chin towards the ceiling so we're not hurting our neck. And then you can open palms here. You can bring your arms overhead. Find whatever it is that works, and then when you're ready, exhale, slowly roll it back down. See if you can articulate through each vertebra. Perfect. Now, squeeze your right knee into your chest and rock that knee from heart space to shoulder. You can keep your left foot on the ground for stability, or slide that foot out. Rocking that knee. Breathing. And then when you're ready, take your right arm out to the side again. Shift your hips just a touch to the right, and then take that right knee over towards the left side of your mat. One-legged supine twist. Now we have a couple of variations you can do here. You can bring your fingertips. There's a lot of variations here. I'll offer you a couple so I don't overwhelm you. You can bring your fingers or your arm to cactus arms. Okay. You can use your left hand to pull that, massage down that thigh. You can bring your fingertips behind your right ear. Breathe. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, coming back to drop that foot to the ground. Bring your left knee in. Sweet. Rock that knee from heart space to shoulder. And either keep your right leg where it is or slide your heel out, so reaching through the heel of that foot. And then whenever you're ready in your time, open up your left arm, your left wing, shift your hips slightly left, take your knee over. And then again, cactus arms, fingertips behind ears, you can look over your shoulder. So many options here, guys. Breathing deep. Inhale back to center. Squeeze your right knee in. And then we're going to work our way into a happy baby before we close out. So I have a couple options for you here. For happy baby, you're going to bring your forearms between your knees. You can grab the outer edges of your feet, or you can do inner arches for stirrup posture. And you're going to lift the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. Knees pulling down towards the mat, reaching your tailbone towards the edge of your mat. And if this is too much or this is not working for you, you can find some playtime here. This is an amazing playtime pose. You can straighten one leg, la la la. Or if this is too much for you, keep your heels towards your thighs. Grab the outer edges of your feet, take your knees wide, and you're gonna get a pretty good stretch here too. So this may be your happy baby today. That's okay. This may be your happy baby. This may be your happy baby. So just find what you need. Breathing into it. And then when you're ready, squeeze your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a big, 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 big hug. You did it. Hopefully this practice has been grounding and calming for you. We didn't do a lot of working up a sweat, but I have some of those coming for you. So from here, when you're ready, slide your legs out long, not as wide as your mat if it's comfortable. And then you can find your Shavasana. So once you get there, you can have your arms palms up, out by your sides. You can have your arms in a star pose. Sometimes I like to take Shavasana with my feet on the ground. So find what it is that works for you. And then once you get there, tighten your muscles, scrunch your face, squeeze your toes, tighten everything, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Scrunch your face, work your jaw. And then when you're ready, exhale, see if you can relax everything into the mat. Breathe in deep, on an exhale, see if you can release everything down into the mat. Relaxing, maybe doing a quick body scan, releasing any tension around your eyebrows, your jaw, your shoulders or your neck. If you feel like your jaw's tense, maybe big inhale. Exhale, see if you can release. Breathing, letting your breath return to normal. Take this time, you deserve it. If you feel your mind start to wander, you have a to-do list that's eating at you, see if you can just acknowledge it. Okay, I will do that, but right now take this time. Allow yourself time to just relax and reward yourself for doing something good, because I promise you, you deserve it. So stay here as long as you need to, or if you are ready, go ahead and bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, or prayer position. You can put them at your heart, you can put them on your forehead. And it was an honor to have you join me today. Namaste.